Hello, and welcome back to what I can say is only a project gone completely, completely wrong. Um, yeah, as you can see, I started off. I mean, well, I had a picture in my mind for what it was going to be, rather than what it was. So, yeah, as soon as I started in their legs, as you can see here, they don't look quite right. So I immediately noticed this wasn't gonna turn out how I expected. So you can see I tried to base it off of my Minecraft character, but yeah, I might have got the color schema slightly incorrect, but yeah, I think it worked out a little bit better in the end. I think I went. It's quite difficult because you think it's gonna be really easy, and then when you create it, yeah, it's a lot harder. So I kind of went for, kind of turned into a bit of a box with legs here, and then adding in the sort of features more of a cat. I'm trying to look at my character here to try and just try and get it like correct, but yeah, it didn't go well. I'm just filling this, yeah, filling it in, and yeah, the head I wasn't sure how to do, how to get it in properly without, yeah, make it not like pop off, just weird proportions. I think, yeah, I started trying out, yeah, I started doing the arms. I did completely different, yeah, I did different colour because I thought it needed to stand out, but later on I changed that because it didn't go well, so yeah. Yeah, and then I'm trying to do a similar pattern to the feet, but that didn't go too well, and I decided I need to be a little bit chunky, so I sort of decided to rip everything out and change it. So it took quite a while, but yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of went with my character's quite hard to do, so I started off with that, but yeah, I was thinking I might use this for my YouTube profile picture, but yeah, we'll see how. It just looks quite funny, so yeah, here I'm trying to do the ears, but it keeps looking like a mouse, so that's obviously not what we want. So I try and start off with curving at the back, or of a cat ear, but then it looks even more like a bit of like a mouse. And yeah, and then eventually I have a look at the head of my character, and I realise I get away with it looks a bit weird, but I can get away with this weird ear shape. It actually looks like a cat. Now the eyes wasn't too sure about, but yeah, it looks a bit like Mumbo Jumbo there, that moustache, so I changed that. It does look a little bit like a bear. I thought whiskers might make it look a bit less like a bear, but yeah. I think I'd still say it looks a little bit like a bear, but it looks more like a cat. Here I'm doing the tail, kind of still fairly similar to the foot. Yeah. So I was thinking of doing an arm forward and an arm back, and I was going to do the arms diagonal, but then when the feet didn't go well diagonal, it just went to pieces. So, yeah, and I'm going to in a second try and add weapons to the hands. I think it is. And yeah, those didn't go very well. Yeah, I'm moving the tail slightly up. I changed it a couple times, just because I want it more centered. Then sort of like the back of my character, I've got a little like detail on the tail. Yeah. So I was just thinking what to add here. Yeah, and here I'm adding a sword, so more like daggers, really. I thought about doing it. Yeah. They look a bit like spades. They look a bit that many spades, so it took me a while to get something that looked alright, but did it in the end. So going for a curved thing, kind of, yeah. It doesn't look too bad. The back one doesn't look as good though, because I don't know. It's just, yeah. I couldn't really replicate it. So it looks slightly different, but that's kind of on purpose. And yeah, this is kind of not really though. Yeah. It's just getting quite difficult to get a shape proper, but it doesn't look too bad in the end. And now I was thinking about adding a bow to around my tail, and then I decided to add it at the side. Just, yeah, a bit better. I'm using glass panes quite a lot because it's a really good block to use. And then I'm trying to add some little actual bows on the back. It's quite difficult with the tail in the way. Sort of 2D, and it's a bit of a weird shape, and getting the arrows right took quite a while, because when I tried to make them go diagonal, it didn't really work, and then didn't really look like arrows, and then yeah, I eventually went with something that wasn't too bad in the end as well. Yeah, and then I'm gonna build almost like a utility belt here that that's going to hold the bow, and it's got a little belt at the front. Yep. Yeah, and then I made a little hook to go around. So we got it's like a wrestling belt. We got a gold hook. It's just a little hook just to hook the bow. I think I might have done that later, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't know. So I got myself night vision because kept being night I couldn't really see, and now I'm doing the landscape. So I kind of decided to go for a more podium shape, and yeah, it's just easier to work with a flatter land with the obviously massive statue. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of going with a mountainous terrain, and terrain takes quite a while, but it's quite fun when you do it correct. Yeah, so I just add a little bit of water to try and make the terrain a bit different. And yeah, so I'm going to start branching out in a minute. Yeah, and I'm trying to, so my character's spraying dirt everywhere. Sorry if you hear that in the background, that's just a truck outside. I'll mute my mic for a minute, and then I'll come back when yeah, I'll come back when it's finished. When we're on the next stage. So yeah, I'm just making a mountain. So it's like a mound almost. So I try and play with the terrain a little bit more, but different levels and stuff here rather than up top. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a big difference. But yeah. So I'm going with if you don't know what shape to do, I'm going with the strategy. If you make it look a bit mountainous, and then you go with the strategy of spamming blocks, and then sort of making that into a more refined shape. Sort of a random, yeah. The randomness really helps, and then you just sort of I'm adding little bits in with the pathway blocks. I could have added more blocks, but I just wanted to keep it fairly plain for now. Yeah. Oh, and please do tell me if you want me to keep working on this, because I might add some other statues on top with a similar sort of terrain around or different style. Yeah, so just spamming. And you'll be careful, because you sometimes, if you just spam, you get a good shape. You can just go from there. Whereas I've accidentally, when I've tried to go for coordinated, it sort of ended up looking like there's loads of noses in a mountain. So yeah, luckily this didn't really happen with this build, but yeah. So I'm just trying to extend it out a little bit to make it go smoothly to the ground. Some bits are go down further than others, and some kind of branch out almost like tree roots. Now I'm starting to dot stuff around the edges just to finish the design off. And I think overall it wasn't too bad for a first attempt. Really, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really. This was just the first time. I just went straight for it rather than planning. So I could have done some planning. But yeah, next time I'll try and make it look a bit more like my character. Kind of I used a bit too grey rather than a bit of white as well. So I'll keep in mind to do that next time. Yeah, so that's about it. So I'm just dotting stuff around the edges. And I hope you enjoy it and like it. I'm gonna set to my profile picture, but yeah. I hope this inspires you to do something similar, or yeah, just mountainous terrain. See you soon.